Pocket FM.
To unlock all the episodes, click the link in bio.
As they were all leaving the campsite the next morning, the limo driver had to stop because a tree was blocking the road. When Kevin saw the people standing in the road looking at the downed tree, he had a bad feeling. Kevin suddenly said loudly, "We can't stay here. Turn around right away and find another way back to Chicago." His shouting immediately drew everyone's attention. As usual, they thought he was just showing off. One of them said, "What the hell are you shouting for? Who said you could give orders here, you jackass?" Kevin scowled when he heard what they were saying. Just then, the group of men in the road suddenly walked up to the stretch limo, and an anxious-looking man in his 30s asked them for help. "My uncle hurt his leg when the tree fell, and he needs to get to the hospital right away. Can you please help us?" Another man added, "We live nearby, and we were on our way to work when the tree fell." Then one of the other men, who had a strange expression on his face, said, "The traffic's really tied up because of the storm. It'll take way too long for an ambulance to get here. My uncle just can't wait that long." "Don't listen to them. We need to get out of here right now. You piece of trash. Don't you have any conscience? Can't you see that someone's been injured?" "Kevin, just because you're a loser, it doesn't mean you can't give someone a hand." "Driver, please listen to me. You have to turn around and get us out of here." Officer Emmett spoke up and ordered the driver, "Quick, open the door and let them in." "Don't open it," Kevin shouted anxiously. Now the driver was paralyzed, unsure which of them he should listen to. "Kevin, what are you doing?" Officer Emmett asked in confusion. She'd never known Kevin to be so cold and heartless. "Didn't you hear me? We need to leave." "Shut the hell up. Nobody wants to hear what you think." Then he shouted at the driver, "What are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the door." Kevin sighed helplessly, but none of them listened to him. As it turns out, he realized as soon as he saw the line of fallen trees that they hadn't been knocked down by the storm. Someone had deliberately cut them down. Plus, when one of the men knocked on the window, Kevin clearly saw a prison tattoo on the man's arm, partially covered by a sleeve. He could tell right away that these guys were definitely not ordinary farmers. "But we don't have any empty seats," Jason pointed out to them. Without waiting for Blair to agree, Kevin interrupted them. "I'll gladly give up my seat for them. Lily, Dalton, Miranda, Phoebe, why don't you guys get out of the car with me? How about if you just get out all by yourself, Kevin? Once you're gone, we can all make some room to squeeze them in." Kevin ignored Jason and asked Dalton, "Do you want to join me?" "You know, I think it's kind of stuffy in here anyway. Why don't we all go out for a walk? Blair, have another car pick us up later." "Lily, are you coming along or not?" "Kevin, what do you mean by all this? Don't you think my car can fit a few more people?" Blair said indignantly. In fact, Blair also wanted Kevin to get out of the limo. He still hadn't gotten over the embarrassment of yesterday's fiasco with the flood, but if Dalton got out of the car with Kevin, how would he look to everyone else? Lily was about to answer, but before she could say anything, Phoebe said, "Let's go, Kevin. I'll go with you." But when Lily heard Phoebe volunteer so enthusiastically, she felt very uneasy. "I'll get out too," Lily finally said. "If you need any help later, don't come crawling to me. Go on, get out of here. We're trying to help some people and you're just running away. Who needs you?" "Blair, I want another car here for us in an hour," Dalton said brusquely. "But Dalton, But before Blair could finish answering, Dalton got out of the car. By now, Dalton considered Kevin to be his brother. But how could he tolerate seeing these people mocking Kevin all the time? He held back, though, because his wife was there. Out of all the people who were taunting Kevin just now, Blair was the loudest. Dalton was tempted to make an example out of him. "I'm really ashamed that you're part of the Jones family, even though it's only by marriage. I can't believe you're not willing to help these men." But Kevin didn't care what they thought. He just turned a deaf ear. It still amazed him that they kept insulting him, even though he'd done so many things to help them. After Kevin and the others got out of the limo, Blair and Jason enthusiastically helped the men bring the injured man inside. Actually, Officer Emmett had wanted to leave with Kevin, but she figured that it was her duty to offer assistance to the injured man. And on top of that, she was still seeing Blair. If she left with Kevin, how would that make her fiancé look? That Kevin is a real good-for-nothing. How could he refuse to give a ride to an injured man? Don't worry about him, Jason said. Then he turned to the driver and ordered him, "Close the door quickly. You guys are lucky you ran into us. Otherwise, you'd be in trouble." "Thank you. Thank you very much," the man replied with a cold smile. Then he pulled a very sharp knife out of his jacket and said menacingly, "Nobody move. I know how to use this and I'd hate to have to hurt you." "What the hell are you doing?" Blair was dumbstruck. "What are we doing? Let me explain. This is a robbery. Don't move if you value your life." "What are you doing? We were trying to help you," Officer Emmett said in disbelief. "I've already thanked you for that, but my friends and I need some money. As long as you follow our instructions and hand over all the money you have, I guarantee that you'll all be just fine." "Is this how you treat people who try to help you? Are you a little slow? My uncle wasn't injured at all. There's no need for you to save him," the man said rudely. "But you have been a great help. You know, if the two of you hadn't insisted on letting us in, our plan wouldn't have succeeded." When he said that, Blair, Jason, and the others started to panic. They led such pampered lives, how could they have predicted something like this? "Now do as we say and hand over your money. I don't want to have to say it again. My patience is wearing thin." Now Blair and the others understood why Kevin had reacted the way he did. He could see that there was something wrong with these guys, but he hadn't explained it to them. The funny thing was that Jason and Blair thought they were doing a good deed, but they didn't know that they were being tricked. Officer Emmett decided to take action. She said to the men, "I'm Lieutenant Emmett of the Chicago Police Department. If you know what's good for you, you'll drop your knives and surrender." "Ooh, Lieutenant Emmett of the Chicago PD," the man said sarcastically. "I'm really scared. Wow, you almost frightened me to death." Officer Emmett was about to say something else when the thief interrupted her and viciously replied, "I don't give a shit who you are." She gritted her teeth but didn't say anything more. She was skilled enough to beat these guys all by herself, but the space was really small and pretty crowded. What if she ended up injuring someone by accident? "All you have to do is hand over your cash, and I'll spare your lives," the man snarled. "You're not getting anything from us," Blair said angrily. He was furious. He'd already disappointed Officer Emmett by having someone disguise himself as a cougar so he could act like he was saving everyone. That's why he'd fought with Kevin just now. He wanted his fiancée to see that he was actually very compassionate, but how could he have known that this group of men were planning to rob them? Unfortunately, the man wasn't in the mood to listen to Blair and gave him a powerful blow to the gut. The intense pain made Blair double over. "If you say another word, I'll cut out your tongue." Everyone began to wish they'd gotten out and taken a walk with Phoebe and the others. "Listen, if all you want is money, that's okay. But we don't do a lot of cash business. We don't have much on us right now," Jason tried to explain. "Are you kidding me?" one of the robbers said callously. Jason's face suddenly turned pale. "Don't do it," one of the men suddenly shouted. He hadn't said anything until now, but he looked like he was the leader of the gang. "I know you're all very wealthy. Otherwise, we wouldn't have deliberately waited here for you," the man went on. "So if you don't have any cash, we'll just take everything else. Put all your phones, jewelry, watches, and other valuables in the bag." The man suddenly paused. His gaze swept across everyone's faces before he continued. "I'll bet you don't wear any cheap knockoffs. Am I right? Were you trying to hide this?" the man growled as he snatched a very glitzy watch from Jason's wrist. This really upset Jason. His watch was a rose gold worth at least $400,000, and he loved to flash it around. Jason wanted so much to grab it back from the man, but he just didn't have the strength. Could this day get any worse?
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.
Pocket FM.
To unlock all the episodes, click the link in bio.